vision? That is the question. Do you have double vision?
You may have double vision, but don't go by me.
Friends, when am I ready for Sot City, you ask? I'll tell you when you're ready. When you drink on special occasions, like when your mail arrives early. You have to have a drink to get up the nerve to turn off your electric blanket.
I can understand that. I find it very hard to get out of bed.
I would imagine so. Do you find, friends? Do you find you drink to get up enough nerve to throw out a TV guide in the morning? Have you ever had the hair of the dog by biting into a real dog?
I've never been bitten by an animal.
That's not what the LA Rams told me, friends. You've been drinking too much, friends. You've been drinking too much. If your philosophy in a car is to drive it until you hit something. Do you forget things like August? And lastly, do you have varicose veins on the eyes?
Oh, that's a bad set of eyeballs.
If you answered yes to any of these symptoms, you're ready. If you've answered yes to all of them, we'll send a truck to pick you up. Friends, I'm not talking about your tippler or social drinker. We're talking about the bust-out drunk who buys Visine by the case. The hardy drinker the neighbors like having around to use his breath as a wallpaper remover. The man who eats Wheaties and vodka, the breakfast of derelicts. We want a guy who looks at Ray Milland in Lost Weekend and says, hey, that looks like me tapering off. That's the man who's ready for Sot City.
What's a Sot?
Never mind, the more you know, the tougher it'll be for me later on. Friends, at Sot City, friends, listen to me, friends. At Sot City, we teach you to have a negative association with drinking. We put you in electric shorts, and every time you reach for a scotch and soda, we blast 20,000 volts below your waist. And believe me, friends, you'll think twice about another drink and many other things. We teach you for friends that this is a better pillow than a fire hydrant.
I love a pillow.
You are a pillow at Sot City. At Sot City, friends, we give you helpful lectures like the art of stumbling, how to aim yourself at a mattress, and how to explain the goat in your motel room, little things like that. And while you're drying out, we give you helpful hints. Don't remember a thing from the night before? Here's what we do, friends. We give you a tie clip with a movie camera attached so you'll know where you've been. If you are still shaky, we give you eye drops with a clip-on bomb sight you never miss. Let me show you a picture, friends. Let me show you a picture of one of our success cases. Here he is. That's right, friends. That's before entering Sot City. And here is that same man as he finished the Sot City cure. Right there. Sorry, that's from our failure file, you melonhead. I imagine no one's ever called you melonhead before, have they?
I remember him. I wish he would have removed that last tooth.
Got you in the neck, did he, pussycat?
No,
Never mind, we'll get to that later. Friends, Sot City guarantees that you will leave feeling good again. Because if all else fails, we give you our special vitamin H. That's right, hard drugs. So remember, friends, if you can, how to get to Sot City. You take the Ventura Freeway to the San Diego Freeway. To this freeway and look for the giant revolving neon wino on his knees of Sot City. Now, back to our flick, Ryan O'Neal, Nolan Ryland Lloyd, Nolan Lloyd Bridges, and Upchuck, the nosy tapeworm, in the Waltons' rip-off a welfare office. We'll be right back. Oh, we're back already. That was a great film, wasn't it? That was Dennis O'Keefe, Dennis Day, Dennis James, Joni James, and Tiny the Invisible Crab. In Tugboat Annie finds a stowaway in her crow's nest. But first, friends, are you dissatisfied with your present banking institution? When you want to make a withdrawal, you have to wait for someone to come in and make a deposit? When you ask for change of a quarter, does a bank executive have to approve the transaction? If that's your case, friends, then you should come to Eddie's Bank. Yes, friends, Eddie's Bank does not have the prime rate other banks have. Our prime rate is set by the bank's president, Eddie Prime. Each month, Eddie tells you what your rate is.
And sometimes you tell Eddie what your rate is.
Never mind that. You should go be a streetwalker in Venice. Yes, friends. Eddie's Bank. I know you can't. Eddie's Bank has convenient locations all over town because our tellers work out of the trunk of 51 Chevy. Here's a picture, friends, of our president editing Eddie negotiation. Eddie we call him. Negotiating for funds at a neighboring bank. friends, it's exciting. It's exciting to think of our many banking services. We have Eddie's Express cards, the only credit card honored at racetracks.
That's where Eddie goes every day.
Why don't you have your dentist fill your throat? We have a fantastic escrow, friends. We have a fantastic escrow and forgery department under our manager, Willie Sutton Jr. You want a car loan? We can get you any car. You point out where it's parked, we'll have it for you the following morning. You have a bad credit rating? We don't care. Got no job? We don't care. Got a prison record? We don't care. Don't expect to pay us? That's when we care. And here is a special feature. If you don't make your loan payments on time, we won't harm your children. And remember, on our passbook accounts, there's a heavy penalty for early withdrawal.
Oh, I'll go along with that.
You are sick, friends. How do you get to Eddie's Bank? You take the Ventura Freeway to another freeway, yet to another freeway, get to the Slauson cutoff, stop the car, get out and cut off your Slauson. That's right. Get back in the car till you come to the fork in the road. That's Eddie's Bank. Back to our film Ann Miller, Martin Miller, Joyce Kilmer, and introducing Eddie Pfeffman in Godzilla Shops for a Truss. We'll be right back. Oh, that was a biggie, wasn't it? Another winner, Martin Sheen, Orson Bean, Harry Reams, John Dean, and the dance team of Butterfly and Steve McQueen in Andy Hardy Discovers His Fists. But first, friends, another great offer. Friends, are you tired of working in the city? Then get back to nature by studying to be a forest ranger at the University of Parks, otherwise known as Park U. Yes, friends, absolutely true. At Park U Forest Ranger School, we teach you how to become the wizard of the woods. We teach you how to tell when it's winter. When you see this stuff, that's winter. When you see this, leaves means fall. And if you find a big leaf like this, you save it for when you're stuck in the woods away from your tower. Friends, as far as spring goes, you'll know because we call you on your field telephone and say, "Hey, Al, it's spring." Yes, friends, at Park U, we teach you how to put on the Forest Ranger hat. But you have to be very careful where you wear this hat. Look out for Smokey the Bear. He may think you're his wife. Yes, friends, we teach animal husbandry. And if we don't, Smokey the Bear will.
Can animals marry?
I beg your pardon?
Can animals marry?
You bet. My ex-wife was a dog. Friends, we can learn a lot from animals. We can learn a lot from animals in the woods, and they can learn a lot from us. For example, I taught this raccoon how to be a hat.
That's amazing.
We also teach you how to entice a deer into your sleeping bag, how to sidestep yellow snow, how to hold down the noise when two elks are mating. A forest ranger must learn the don'ts of the forest. Don't feed bears apples, candy, or a jacket full of your right arm. That is a don't. And friends, if you hear this in the woods, don't go near. It's only trouble. Also, don't get cute and wear a moose suit during hunting season. And most important, don't bed down with someone out of your species.
What does that mean?
You'll find out. At Park U, we teach you not to make a belt out of a rattlesnake until it's dead. We teach you the very important knack of spotting a fire. This is a fire. When you see this in your forest, call us. If your field phone doesn't work, start to cry. Now, friends, many times you're snowed in and it's lonely in the forest.
I know what I do when I'm lonely.
Write it down, we'll make a movie. Friends, when you're lonely, look out of your tower for two mountains side by side, then pretend the valley in between is cleavage. It's simple but effective.
Can they do that?
We'll find that out, too. And you can kill time by signaling a neighboring forest service with your semaphore flags. Let me show you how that goes. This means my pants are on fire. This means my flags are on fire. Then, friends, there is this message. This means I'm out of toilet paper. And this means I'm really out of toilet paper. Yes, friends, if you want to be a forest ranger, remember Park U. Well, tune in tomorrow for Robert Blake, Blake Edwards, Edward Kennedy, and Hump the Wonder Camel.